Hi there, this is David and welcome to another crowdsourced video detailing my Discord server's top 10 best JRPG thieves. As many of you know, I set up my Discord only a few months ago, and I thought that it would be fun to get everybody involved in the video making process, so I had an idea for everybody to submit their favorite thieves from JRPGs, and from about 30 total submissions, the server voted, and we were able to narrow the list down to a manageable top 10. Please keep in mind that this isn't necessarily my opinion, but the opinion of the best Discord server around. Join, achieve greatness, and come to be part of the fun as this series continues throughout the rest of the year. And with that, let's get started dashing, mugging, and stealing. Number 10, submitted by Blackbox, is Jack of Wild Arms. Let's throw fast Black Jack into the ring. Not only is he your fastest character, but he's also your hardest hitting party member, with a plethora of techniques that he can use to destroy his enemies. While he can use a mug type ability to steal items, most of it is just consumables. His real thiefiness lies in his search for treasures as he travels Gaia in search of the ultimate power. What form it takes is something that you simply have to play the game in order to discover, as is the reason behind his travels. His character development is great too. He is the big brother type who may come off as cold and distant, but he's always really looking out for everyone while trying to work throughout his own issues. Number 9, submitted by Vessel, is Karn of Breath of Fire 1. While Karn is definitely a thief, he's not really one in the traditional sense. Yeah, he can disarm traps and open up locked doors in dungeons, which is useful enough, but he can't steal or do traditionally thief things in combat. Instead, he just wrecks everything he encounters with his transformations. His ability to combine with other party members makes him easily the most powerful character in the game. Also, Bleak, where he lives, is one of the most fun towns around, with great music, tons of secrets, and even a cameo by Chun-Li. In a game where half the cast is completely useless, it is nice to have one absolute beast put them all to shame. Number 8, submitted by Caravan, is Mrs. Mouse of Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. It's no secret that I'm not exactly the biggest fan of the Paper Mario series, though the first two games were really where the franchise shined. It all just went downhill into experimental nonsense from there on, though. While many of Mario's partners are just extensions of him, focusing mostly on attacking skills, the optional Mrs. Mouse is great with some fun, flirtatious, and interesting NPC appearances. She has the signature item stealing with Kiss Thief, a piercing attack with Love Slap, and she can heal Mario with Smooch. With the right badges to boost attack power and reduce FP cost, she can be a surprisingly unique and powerful thief. Number 7, submitted by Karateka Oot and Queen Monica, is Ray of Breath of Fire 3. At first glance, you might think that Ray is just some edgelord, but he's really not like that. He's sweet and he's kind, acting as a father figure to young Ryu, but as they all grow up, he definitely does develop that edge with a taste for revenge. In a game where speed reigns supreme with extra turns, Ray is a solid support unit with great stats, the ability to steal, and cast lightning magic for damage. He is dependable, and amazingly, he can turn into a freaking were-tiger that you can control with the right skills for massive ownage. Hashtag gay for Ray! Number 6, submitted by Ratpick, is Rapide of Tales of Vesperia. The little doggy is so funny to me. He's smoking a pipe, wielding a knife, and sporting a scarf. He is the most accessorized pupper around. And while not described as a thief anywhere in the game's fiction, he is the only character in the game who gets access to the JRPG thief mainstay ability, namely, stealing items from all the enemies that you encounter. He is a very good boy, loyal to a fault, and surprisingly funny. I mean, he's not like Tenebrae, he can't talk, but he still shows a depth of humor and emotion that I can relate to. Oh, and also, who doesn't love a dog that vapes? That objectively rules. Number 5, submitted by Tom Derry, Jeffrey Kaiser, and Alfredo Coimbra, is Therion of Octopath Traveler. Now, who doesn't love a thief with morals? though I can't deny that he has the charm to snatch anything that he needs. Sometimes he can come across as cocky and cynical, and no matter what class you play, everyone in the game knows who he is, and for damn good reason. He's the only way to get the best weapons in the game. He also is the fastest and the third most powerful character that you get. His ability to equip daggers and swords makes him versatile for physical breaks, and his fire magic and debuffing spells make him a must-have for boss encounters. Not to mention his awesome character design and redeeming story arc. He stands out among the other thieves. He's just awesome. Number 4, submitted by Ace Trainer AJ and Tan Enigma, is Riku of Final Fantasy X. There's something to be said for happy-go-lucky characters in games. Riku comes from a tragic background, with the destruction of her homeland and the racism against the Al-Bhed, and yet she still stays positive, helping Uni meet her goals too. Combat-wise, she's super fast, and with her default steel command, she can insta-kill Machina, and Mix is probably the best overdrive in the entire game if you really play around with it. Then there's her Use command, which can turn Riku into your healer when Yuna is absent from your party. I mean, even I can admit that she's super cute and a real asset to your team. Number 3, submitted by Eagle Knight, Serena Mistress, and Travis Milker, is Eric of Dragon Quest XI. Who could say no to a powerhouse thief with Super Saiyan hair that you get right at the beginning of the game and is a dead ringer for the hero of Dragon Quest VI? His weapon selection is superb too, choosing between swords, knives, and boomerangs, and the latter is essential for clearing out randoms. He's your go-to for crowd control in the early game, and your Metal Monster Slayer for sweet, delicious experience in the late game. He's all about the Luminary from day one, and there's nothing that he won't do to protect him. Through thick and thin, he is your best pal. And Japan actually seems to agree with us all with his future appearances in the newly announced Dragon Quest Treasures franchise. Number 2, submitted by Cow Patty Daddy, is Locke of Final Fantasy VI. I don't know if he really counts here since he's obviously a treasure hunter and not a thief. Sorry, I just don't want to get my lungs ripped out. He initially comes across as a womanizing swashbuckler, but once you learn more about him, you'll realize that he's genuinely interested in helping out everyone, especially Celeste. Plus, the whole lead up to him in the Phoenix Cave is just great. You find empty chest after empty chest, and then you find him at the very end with the Phoenix Magicite. He has a brief reunion with Rachel, and then hands over all the treasure from the dungeon at once. My heart just pours out to him. Number 1, submitted by Merodus19, Drubals, and Alcast, is Zodian of Final Fantasy IX. My reasons for Zodian for being the best thief are twofold, mechanically and story-wise. Mechanically, Zodian can and does steal from the moment that you start playing him. The rewards are definitely worth it too. However, story-wise, it is a little bit deeper. Zodian is trying to find out who he is and where he came from. He steals not just to survive, but to fill the gap that his past has left him with. He's also the only example that I can think of where he succeeded his first big heist. I mean, he steals the princess for goodness sake. And despite stealing physically from the monsters, he just gives back to the other characters. He teaches Vivi to live in the moment, Garnet to learn on her own, Steiner to loosen up, Aiko to be herself, Freya to live, Amarant to be kind, and Kina to, I don't know, eat frogs? Well, that's it for the top 10 best JRPG thieves as decided by my Discord server. We do have a few more honorable mentions though, such as Slade of Shining Force 2, Hawkeye of Trials of Mana, Matthew from Fire Emblem 7, Wes of Pokemon Colosseum, Gaius from Fire Emblem Awakening, and Catalina from Uncharted Waters New Horizons. Who are your favorite thieves and why? Let me know in the comments, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you want to take part in future class ranking videos, come and join the Discord channel to make your voice be heard too. The link to it can be found in the video description as well as in the comments. I do hope to see you there. You can also consider supporting me on Patreon for early access to videos and behind the scenes photographs. And as always, if you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day.